Shorty, that was from Madonna, so I'm down. Um, okay, Caesar. Big transfer news. Your boy Luis Suarez going back to his first club, Nacional in Uruguay.
That's cute.
Free transfer. The 35-year-old former Barcelona, Liverpool, and Atletico Madrid player.
Pistolero.
He is going back home, and dare I say, reluctantly. Caesar, we've watched the demise of Luis Suarez. You know, it's 2022. There's a lot of strikers out there that are like 35 years old. Olivier or like 34 and up. Olivier Giroud is like 35.
He just chipped somebody.
Huh?
He just chipped somebody last weekend.
Yeah, and he just won the league in Italy.
I mean, he barely played, but yeah.
Giroud? I don't know if barely, but I don't know. But
he ain't put no numbers up, that's for sure.
Well, they still won.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, and he's
on a top team. They got
exactly.
35 plus old strikers.
Exactly. You got Cavani still out there. You got Ronaldo.
Barely.
You got there's a few strikers like Lewandowski's about to turn 34 in a month or so, in like a few days.
Yeah,
he's about to be 34 next month. It doesn't mean that you're 35 that you got to go like all the way back to Uruguay, dog. Like, no, okay.
I've seen it a lot.
But the height of Luis Suarez, like you wouldn't think when you saw him put up 60 goals, you're not necessarily thinking like with his playing style and like how he is, you're not thinking, oh, he's got to go back to Uruguay at 35 necessarily. But and also look at Benzema. Benzema is going to be 34 if I'm not mistaken, or 35. But we saw Luis Suarez just completely wear his body out in his last few years at Barcelona. This dude, Caesar, you know what? Because I was thinking like, damn, like when did Luis Suarez start like, I don't want to say sucking, but like when did we start noticing that he was like falling off? I remember one of them episodes. I remember this. It was like the title was like Suarez with a bunch of Z's because it was like he was playing bad. And I just remember it was episode 45 because that's the episode where we stopped going through Dan when we went on Simplecast. That was that first episode. So I was like, I'm going to listen to that episode and see like when that was. Like episode 45 was a very long time ago. That's 200 plus episodes ago. And like what was going on. That was the second leg of the loss against Roma in Champions League.
Oh yeah. We're what's his name?
Minolas
did that banger goal and went in like celebrated around the whole goddamn stadium. I'm like, damn, what a goal.
And funny because like we literally like you just almost repeated what you said from back.
Really? Yeah. I mean, this man took 15 minutes to celebrate that. I can respect it though. That's a real Greek man right there. Go ahead.
Literally from 4 years ago. Yeah. And I remember, and it was funny listening to it because like it was funny in the episode because like we talked about Man City versus Liverpool first, and then we're getting into Barcelona versus Roma, and you really wanted to talk about Real Madrid versus PSG, and you were like kind of tired of me already, and you were like kind of trying to skip it. I was like, Caesar, no, we got to go through the whole match, and then you're like, okay, like can I just say this? How bad was Luis Suarez? And I was like, Caesar, look what I put, and I like wrote on the paper like Suarez like with a bunch of Z's. But it was
redeemed per usual.
But it was funny because we ended up talking about how bad he was again, but we were saying how we already had talked about it. So Luis Suarez in 2018, like April 2018, he was already being bad before that. So this is a dude, I was thinking he had tendonitis in his hip. He was already washed. That's 4 years ago. And Barcelona, literally, I don't know if they were forcing him to play or Messi. They never got another center forward for all those years.
They didn't.
He was playing like 33 matches in the league, so he's only missing like 5 matches. Like he was hurt all that time. His body just completely gave out. Then they shipped him out after that 8-2. They shipped him out to Atletico Madrid, where I don't know how the hell they won the league. It wasn't like COVID season, but
He had like a goal against every bottom 15 team in the league.
but like watching him play, it's like, damn, he can't run.
You're like, he's doing it just because he's crazy talented.
But
Like
he can't run.
But physically, like it's bad.
Yes,
I remember that. I remember watching. I was like, he looks like he's in pain. Like it looks like me sometimes when I run. Like I'm in actual pain when I have to go run after the ball. It hurts. Like I feel that. I feel it when I'm watching him.
And we were saying that 4 and 5 years ago.
That's absolutely crazy.
And for whatever, I think Barcelona ran him into the ground. We were saying all that time, why don't they get another center forward? There's no other center forward. They got Griezmann. They were trying to put Griezmann there. He couldn't do it. There was no other center forward to play there. And it's just like Luis Suarez got to go out every week and play injured. And he's obviously, they were saying, I heard people say his knee. I don't really feel like it was his knee. I
think it's his hip.
Yeah, I feel like it was his hip because I was watching him run. I'm like, he can't really get his right leg up like that. And I had tendonitis before and it was the same thing.
Yeah. And I think like when you look at like when he runs, it looks like it's hard for him to like, like, for example, like I'm not in great shape, whatever, but like, it's not about like, I don't have necessarily like knee pain. Knee pain, you feel a lot when you like go up, down, sometimes side to side, or like not so much up, but like hip pain is like when you can't move that leg fast enough. Like when
you can't get it up,
push the leg to run faster. Like that's what will get your speed. Having good hips is what gives you good speed because that's what allows you to bend those upper thighs, the big quads. You're able to bend them like that. Yeah. So when I used to watch him run before, he would just break loose. Like he would just break loose. I'm like, damn, like the Liverpool days, Ajax, he was just a demon. Like he would just break loose. So and even Barca years, of course, the treble year. But like that last 2018, the Atletico, it looks like it's such a gather, and he has like that little like 60% run. So that's why in the box he's so lethal because you don't break in full stride in the box.
Exactly.
You just need short steps. So if he's in the box, you've already messed up. Why'd you let him get in the box? That's the problem here. Like if he's outside the box, crank that ball all day. I don't care. Take a long shot all day. But in the box where he was scoring like 90% of the goal, I don't remember him scoring one goal outside the box for Atletico. Yeah, it's a problem. So he was washed back then. Me and you were saying, I remember that he should take a year off.
Yeah, at least like some months.
He was fighting to even get onto like the Copa America squad that time or whatever. We're like, dog. Or it was a World Cup. It was 2018, might have been a World Cup squad. Whatever, he was mad about it. Remember, he was like fighting to get on, but he like literally wasn't even registered. I'm like, dog.
That was like a qualifier or something like that.
Yeah, but the thing is like, you need to help him from himself. Like, I'm not saying you need to help him and he wants to. Don't listen to the athlete. You need to listen to professionals around him because an athlete, it will be the first person to destroy their own career
for sure.
Like even when Ronaldo says things like, "I'm my own doctor." That's cap because he wouldn't be playing today if that's the truth. Yeah, athletes are too self-absorbed, too competitive, and too egotistical to be their own coaches and their own doctors. That's why you have professionals and teams. So if he had just sat out a full year, I know it was probably pressure from Barcelona. It was probably a contract year coming up. That team was falling apart. Neymar was on the outs. It was rough. Still, if he had a year off, he could have saved it in the long term. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a year. Like even we've seen, like there's been time we're watching Balotelli, it's like kind of rough, and then you kind of watch this like someone finally get healthy again and like lose weight. You see them move better. Like you need to have some time to really heal yourself and to come back.
He needed definitely like at least 3 months.
Yeah,
because
like no running, like maybe swimming, but no running, dude.
When I had tendonitis, I had it in track season, and like it was basically like I could run top speed like 80 meters, but then after that, like I start to feel it and I just can't really get that leg up. But I remember talking to like the team trainer and they're like, look, it's tendonitis probably, like the only thing you can do is rest. So like that summer I just rested, and by football season I was fine. He needed to take like a good 3 months or so and he just never did it. And I don't know, like I feel like Barcelona didn't help him out by never getting another center forward. For some reason, they just never did. And now he's 35 and he's going back to Uruguay, dude. Like,
You're very upset about this.
well, no, I just feel like
I know you feel like empathy. Like then that sucks because like he could have at least done something. Like
he could still be in a top club in Europe.
I could have. You know what's cool? I was like hoping like at the latest I could have seen him done like a run in Italy or something like that. Something cool.
Something,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
He shouldn't, like, I'll say this. He shouldn't be more washed than Olivier Giroud. Like he shouldn't be more
Okay,
washed.
that's fair. If the argument is like he looks horrible comparison to people who are in his age group and older, then yeah, that's sad. And like
Yeah.
I don't even know how much he's gonna be able to pop off in South America, to be
He's
honest with you,
not.
because it's not like it's a gather league, it's a fast man's league, it's speed leagues.
People are trying to
They're clowning him in Brazil. They're clowning him because he's going to a team that's not even Libertadores. Like this team is straight domestic and cup. Like you're just gonna be straight up in Uruguay playing.
Like he's not even like you're playing in South America. There's people trying to prove themselves so they can go to Europe.
There's talent down there.
Yeah,
There's
it's not gonna be
and they're gonna try to put themselves off of your name.
Exactly. They're gonna look what I did to Luis Suarez. Like,
no, yeah, like so, like we've seen players go back and do whatever or be washed and stuff. I think you're able to. I think if you have a lot of injuries, it's easier to come back as a defender. Like I think you can be able to get off with stuff, but coming back as like a striker, ooh, that's tough. And you know you're not going to have some stellar midfield hooking you up. Like Atletico has some of the best midfield. They had Kongdobe, some of the best midfielders in the world. Like they don't have a Lamar down there giving you dimers, you know, to hook you up. So I feel for him in that sense. Maybe it's a little bit of karma for racism, but I mean, hey, dog, you know, at least I think it is kind of cool a little bit that at least out of all the clubs he's going to go back to, he doesn't go to like Boca or River. Like I'm happy he's going to Nacional, which is his parent club, which is kind of cool. Like that's at least you're going to go South America. Don't do like these Brazilians that all go to Flamengo. Like 84 people are going to Flamengo right now. go. It's cool. You're going to go back to the club you started from, and you know, and a free transfer too. So you don't dismantle your club's money, which is dope too.